And another thing, another observation which is a challenge, we have the high cost of the coxswain certificate that has locked out many for promotion and certification to progress with their careers, while others who already have the certificates are yet to get this promotion. We are asking for harmonization to ensure that those who have certificates to get the promotion, and for support to ensure that all our ship crew are trained and certified. Seafarers' opportunity in Kilifi County, just to say a brief, the county's coastal stretch covers 162 kilometers, extending from Twapa Creek to Kanagoni in Magarini, providing a good avenue to maximize on its benefits. However, the cost of the fees are, however, quite unaffordable for our locals. Currently, we are paying 35,000 for our people. We are grateful, but most of our people are coming from humble backgrounds. And we have also a fee of 130, which for individuals who are yet to have full potential of the seafarers' opportunities. What we would love is to have branches in Kilifi. We are requesting, sir, that for colleges to be set up, to conduct trainings examinable by KMA in Kilifi County, partnering with Pwani University as a resourceful center to introduce these mandatory courses for our people to have an in-house training to leverage opportunities in the blue economy. Finally, Mheshimiwa, percentages of youth readily available. We have around 65 youth unemployed in Kilifi County, and most of our youth are readily available for seafarers' opportunities. So having a branch in Kilifi, our dear KMA offices, we are going to have the people who we are going to train. With these basic qualifications of high school certificate for an entry for a level coxswain 3 certificate, most of our youth qualify for this opportunity. We are also looking to partner with
CSs, maybe I can introduce them. We have Mheshimiwa Fred Outa, Mheshimiwa Kerich. Thank you very much. Honorable Mohammed Ali, the MP Nyali constituency. It is now becoming overall. The KMA directors, BMA directors here present, my brother Karisa Nzai, who is the political advisor in the office of the president. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Your Excellency, we are very pleased because we know for you to find time to be here, there are quite a number of programs that you had to put aside. So in the Ministry of Mining, Blue Economy and Maritime Affairs, we don't take it for granted that you found time to be here, because I know you are scheduled and you are doing this because in Kenya Kwanza, Our manifesto is very clear on job creation. It is also very clear on how we handle youth affairs. And that is why you are able to find time, because of the commitment you and the President have to ensure that our young people can be able to progress. The seafarers here present, I know this is an opportunity that we have given to all counties, and therefore, Your Excellency, I want to assure you, the 500 seafarers come across board. They come from all over the country. And that is why this program is very, very important, because it also gives us an opportunity to unite this country. The seafarers, Your Excellency, are going to different places. Some of them are going to Spain, some in Miami, some in Cape Town, some in Dubai. I think what I want to say is that you are our ambassadors. When you go there, please remember that resources have been put to good use to have you trained. Our partners in KCB have done a very good job. So please be our ambassadors when you are out there, because the name of Kenya within the maritime sector is very high. It is rated very high. So I think, and I'm glad that most of you here are going to represent us abroad. As a ministry, we will continue to grow this program. I know right now we have about 14 recruitment agencies, and what we are doing is that we are trying to reform so that we can make this program as transparent as possible. I also want to assure you, Your Excellency, we have been in touch with all the governors, and this program very soon will have a partnership with most county governments, so that then we are able to sponsor more in this particular program. Maritime, blue economy is least understood, but that is where, Your Excellency, the future of our economy is. And as already His Excellency the President and you put together this ministry, and I want to assure you, we have quite a number of priorities that will inspire the economy of our country. Just neighboring BMA, we have Liwatoni. Liwatoni, Your Excellency, in the next 6 months is going to be a fisheries processing ecosystem. Once we are through with what we are doing in phase 1, we are discussing with the private sector, and we want to begin with at least 4 vessels in our exclusive economic zone. When we have 4 vessels, Your Excellency, those are 2,500 direct jobs. And I'm sure some of the seafarers who will be trained after this group will find jobs in that particular ecosystem. Your Excellency, we have a good potential for dry docking. We have a Kenya Shipyard Limited. We have a shipyard here in Mtongwe. We also have another one in Kisumu. We are in discussion also with a number of private sectors to see how we can work together so that dry docking can no longer be a service that is far-fetched. Right now, Your Excellency, if you have a vessel in the Indian Ocean and you want to service it, you have to go to Dubai or Durban. In discussion with the private sector, it takes 30 million of fuel from here to UAE. But if we have a dry dock here in the country, we'll be able to cut down costs. Those are the programs, Your Excellency, that we are working, and we should be announcing soon the way forward. I'm also aware that there has been issues, labor issues with the seafarers. We have put together a cabinet memo with my colleague in labor. We'll be bringing it to cabinet so that we can streamline all the issues relating to welfare of seafarers. I think the other issue, Your Excellency, is about maritime security. We have revived the Maritime Security Committee, which will be chaired by the PS Maritime and Shipping. We'll also have the PS Interior and Defense and a number of other stakeholders so that we can be able to assure all our investors in the Indian Ocean of security. So, Your Excellency, I don't want to say much more, but I just want to say that I think this is the way to go. When you have young people, you build their skills, they find jobs, you mentor them, and they have a good career. So the Kenyans are known as hard workers. But you see, there are people who also want Kenya to be known for street demonstrations. I think it is very unfortunate. And I think for all of us, leaders and stakeholders, we need to make a contribution positively, not to orient our youth to throw stones and to carry leaves and whatever it is kwa uchaguzi ambao ulikuwa huru na wa haki. Si uchaguzi ulifanywa huru na haki. Kotini tukaona kila sehemu ile ambayo ni ya kisheria ikafanyika. Kwa hivyo tunataka vijana wetu wa Kenya watumike vizuri. Tunataka vijana waonyeshwe njia ya kujipatia mapato, sio njia ya kufanyia uhalifu. Na mimi kwa niaba ya wenzangu wa hapa Pwani ningependa kuwashukuru kila moja, kwa sababu hakuna eneo hata moja hapa Pwani ambayo tumeona mambo ya maandamano. Kwa sababu kama kuna mambo ambayo yanaulalamishi, kuna njia ya kufata na njia hiyo iko wazi. Kama ni hii gharama ya maisha, wale ambao leo wako pale Imara Daima ndio tuliwaona mwaka jana wakishabikia kwamba hakuna shida na gharama ya maisha. Wakatuambia kule Ukraine kuna vita, wakatuambia kuna COVID, ndio maana gharama imepanda juu. Kwani hii miezi 6 kumebadilika nini mpaka sasa tunaambiwa kwamba bei ya unga lazima watu waende kwa streets? Bei ya unga itashuka kwa mpango wa serikali wa kuhakikisha kuna ubora wa chakula, na hiyo mipango inaendelea. Kwa hivyo Mheshimiwa Deputy President, mimi nafurahia kwamba leo tunaweza kuwa na hawa seafarers hapa, lakini pia Mheshimiwa Deputy President, kuna mambo mengi ambayo yako katika uchumi samawati. Hii ni moja tu peke yake, kwa sababu tumesema kwamba mambo ya uvuvi lazima iwe biashara muhimu. Kwa hivyo kuanzia pale Lamu mpaka pale Vanga, kule ziwa Victoria, hizo sehemu zote Your Excellency tumefanya ramani na tumegundua kuna BMUs 445. Tunataka hawa wote wakuwe cooperative society, ndio tuweze kupata nafasi ya kuwajenga uwezo, ndio tupate nafasi ya kuhakikisha tumewapatia vifaa ili waweze kufanya ubora katika biashara yao. BMA hapa wamesema wanataka expansion. Na nimesikia PS amesema 25 billion. But Your Excellency, I want to inform you already, BMA is, because of the land stress here in Mombasa, they already have an institution which is ongoing, funded by the Ministry of Education here in Kwale County for Maritime Affairs, and it is going to support BMA to have also programs that will attract youth in the entire country. Already, Your Excellency, we have worked on a framework because Lamu is very far and we have a lot of trainees from Lamu. So we also want to decentralize some of the trainings to Lamu County so that we can attract more trainings. Apart from the formal trainings, Your Excellency, we also have coxswains who are already in our Indian Ocean, and we are discussing with the management of BMA so that they can also get an upgraded training, not necessarily for certificate, but to assure that they are doing their trade with safety and security in the Indian Ocean. So Your Excellency, sitaki kuongea kuzidi hapo. Yangu tu ni kukushukuru kwa kupata muda wa kuweza kufika hapa kuwa mgeni wa heshima, na tunakushukuru sana wewe na rais wetu, kwa sababu mipango ambayo imeanza kwa serikali inaonekana, na sisi mawaziri wenu tutaendelea kuhakikisha tumechapa hii kazi ili Kenya uchumi wake uweze kubadilika. Your Excellency, it is now my humble duty and pleasure to invite you to speak to this congregation. Karibu sana, Your Excellency.
Thank you. Please be seated. Cabinet Secretary, Ministry of Mining, Blue Economy, Maritime Affairs, Governor Salim Mburia, Principal Secretary, State Department of Shipping and Maritime Affairs, Sharon Medina, our two Chief Administrative Secretaries, Chairperson, Directors, Kenya Maritime Authority, Misi Mburia, the Acting Director General Maritime Academy, Francis Waraya, the Acting Director General Kenya Maritime Authority, John Omingo, the representative of the CEO of KCB, Board of Directors, Kenya Maritime Authority, valued seafarers, esteemed stakeholders, the Honorable Muhammad Ali and other leaders, ladies and gentlemen. I am pleased to preside over the flagging off ceremony of our young men and women joining international ships, cruises and other vessels as seafarers. We send out these young men and women to serve the country when job fortunes in this sector are rising due to our aggressive marketing of Kenya as a source of distinguished workforce. As of February 2023, we registered 6,980 seafarers against 2,200 in the year 2022. Indeed, we are on course as we may shatter our target of producing at least 15,000 seafarers in 5 years for local and international job market, even as we seek to revive the Kenya national shipping line. Through the Bandari Maritime Academy and other institutions, we are building the human resource capacity through investing in marine education and training, accelerating research and data aggregation and disaggregation, aquaculture, tourism, blue biotechnology, building and expanding ports, dissolving boundary and regulating fishing, among other measures. Our CS, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, seafarers, out of the 19 million Kenyans employed, only 3 million, that is 15%, are in formal employment. The 16 million of other Kenyans are in informal employment. With appropriate technical and practical skills in the blue economy sector, employment of Kenyan youth will reflect the bottom-up approach of the Kenya Kwanza administration. This rising number of Kenyan seafarers has to be jealously guarded because we are not the only country in the market. Kenya Maritime Authority is mandated to ensure maritime training standards, registration of crewing agencies, as well as recruitment and welfare of seafarers. They must also develop an efficient and effective framework for employment of seafarers. Further, we need to encourage international shipping companies to not only avail employment opportunities, but also sea-time training slots for our seafarers. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, seafarers, as you venture out into this profession, be ready to take risks for yourself and the nation. You are the brand Kenya, and that brand must be protected through execution of your duties with diligence and responsibility. For your comfort while away from home, we are putting in place measures to assist you access shore leave in foreign ports. We have ratified the ILO Seafarers Identity Document, which has been domesticated through the Merchant Shipping Regulation 2022. Implementation of the regulations is on course, including the development of administrative framework and infrastructure required for production of Seafarers Identity Document. In this regard, we expect licensed recruitment and placement agents to protect the interest of our seafarers. Some of the welfare issues include their working conditions on board ships, salary, and shore leaves. In recruiting seafarers, the agents must comply with legal requirements as provided for under the Maritime Labour Convention 2006 and the Merchant Shipping Act 2009. Recruitment and placement agents must collaborate. As a government, we are committed to dealing with issues Kenyan seafarers face in discharging their duties globally. We expect the Seafarers Union to be equally committed. In this regard, I ask the Ministry of Labour to expedite and effectively address the current stalemate in the election of Seafarers Union of Kenya. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, seafarers, the Kenya Kwanza administration under President William Ruto has recognized blue economy as a key pillar for spurring economic growth. That is why the President established a standalone ministry to focus on the blue economy, shipping, and maritime affairs. Today, over 80% of global trade by volume and 70% by value is seaborne. The sea handles more than 90% of our international trade. Annually, sea activities contribute $2.5 trillion per annum, which is 3% of the global GDP. Kenya is yet to maximize on the potential of the blue economy. Our development agenda, anchored on the Kenya Vision 2030, targets blue economy as a major source of business opportunities. The sector resources, when well harnessed, will make us a globally competitive and prosperous country, included in the 2018 to 2022 third medium-term plan and enhanced further in the 2023 up to 2028 fourth medium-term plan. We are confident that the great opportunities in Kenya's maritime sector will contribute significantly to double-digit GDP growth of our economy. This is possible if we utilize the 640 kilometers long coastal area besides the 13,600 kilometers of inland water resources comprising lakes, dams, and rivers. To our seafarers, we appreciate and salute you for serving a wider cause than just your careers and sustaining the nation's economic lifeline even during tough times. To the employers and other stakeholders, we count on your continued collaboration in ensuring sustainable, decent work and a fair future for seafarers. Seafarers, thank you and God bless you. Let me take this opportunity to congratulate the seafarers on your training and getting opportunities across the world, across the seas, to start a well-deserved career. Pongezi. As you leave our motherland in search of greater pastures for your own development and that of your country, we want to wish you very well. And just like our CS has said, you must understand and accept that you are not just going to work for yourselves. From today, you are our ambassadors across the world. we plead and urge you to project the best image for our country. In whatever you do, know that as you are judged, not as a person, but as a Kenyan, and the Kenyan image is in your hands. Please do a good job. Conduct yourself in a responsible manner and take the name of our country high. Fly the Kenyan flag, and you know Kenyans are respected across the world. I was in the United Arab Emirates 2 years ago, and I was amazed that in the entire hospitality industry, Kenyans are the personnel of choice. We have a beautiful work ethics. We are hard-working people. We are focused people. And that is why we are respected across the world. So as you go out there in the sea, across the world, you carry the Kenyan flag. And we depend upon you to protect our name and keep our name high. Again, as you go, think of the brothers and sisters you have left behind. When you get opportunities and information that is useful, don't keep it to yourself. If you get an opportunity for your brothers and sisters whom you have left here, please let our people know. Don't just think about your own job. Create more jobs yourself for other Kenyans. So we are also sending you out to market our Kenyan workers. Go and work so hard and tell the people who care to listen that you have other people you are left behind who can work as hard. I want to take this opportunity to salute the coast people. The great people of the coast region. The country is very impressed by your focus on hard work. The people of the coast region have made a conscious decision that elections are over and this is the time to work. Despite the majority of the coastal people having voted for Raila Odinga, they have consciously refused to follow him in his bad manners. And they have opted to work. So today, as we are here flagging off 500 seafarers to start a career, to build themselves, the Kitendawili men has assembled a bigger group to throw stones in Nairobi and to shout in the streets. I want to say, the great people of the coast region, we salute you. President William Ruto and the Kenya Kwanza administration made an undertaking to the people of the coast region that on being elected, his first obligation to the coast people was to restore the port of Mombasa, which had been taken away by the Hardship brothers. That port has been restored, and the coast region is now bubbling with business. We want to go further. This program of seafarers is something that our government holds dear, and we shall do everything possible to support the institutions and the agencies to get even more Kenyans to go out there in the sea and the world and take out of it. I want, on behalf of President William Ruto, to give you a commitment that our administration will do whatever it takes in this region to spur economic growth, to create business, to create employment, and above all, create the best environment for doing business. And we are happy that most Kenyans, like the coastal people, have decided that the elections are over. Elections were won and lost, and they have moved on with their lives. As we speak, the Azimio demonstrations have been left in Kisumu and Kibra. And we want to take this opportunity to ask the people of Kisumu and Kibra to call themselves for a small meeting and ask themselves what they have to. When the rest of Kenyans are moved on, you are just there being used by somebody for his own selfish ends. The coast people know more than anybody else how they have been misused. In 2017, the coast region voted for Raila Odinga to a man. When he decided to go for a handshake with President Uhuru Kenyatta, he never brought anybody along from the coast region. When he negotiated for development with President Uhuru Kenyatta, he never brought anything to the coast. When he negotiated for positions for his people, he did not pick anybody from the coast. And as you progress, the coast people must now ask themselves a reason. Why would ever want to wake up in the morning to vote for that man? That is something I want you to think about. And many Kenyans have realized that they are a pawn in a game. This man has used violence to get into government. Year after year. In the year 1982, he embarked on a plan to overthrow the government of President Daniel Arap Moi so that he can get to power. Many Kenyans lost their lives. Property was destroyed. In the year 1997, he lost elections. He was number 4. He sowed fear to President Moi by doing demonstrations and destroying property, and he was brought into government through cooperation. He came and messed Moi up. In the year 2007, when he lost elections to Mwai Kibaki, again he embarked on violence and destruction of property. He was brought into government through the Nusu Mukate arrangement. Again, he messed Mwai Kibaki. In 2017, again, he sowed fear to President Uhuru Kenyatta and forced his way into government through the handshake arrangement. This year, again, he is on the similar scheme to bring violence, to destroy property, and force his way into government. I want to say from Mombasa, hakuna. And we have told people, we have told our international partners who are pushing us to sit with Raila Odinga. We have told church leaders who are telling us to sit with Raila Odinga that we are willing to sit with him, but not to discuss his forceful entry into government. We are telling our friends that we cannot violate the Constitution. Our Constitution has no provision for Raila Odinga to come into government through the back door. And we are telling our friend, our elder Raila Odinga, the only way to get into government is through the ballot. There is no other way. You have gotten away too many times. You brought violence, you destroyed property, you sowed fear. Unfortunately for you, the President of the Republic of Kenya and his deputy cannot buy fear. You are saying? You have embarked on destruction of property in Nairobi and Kisumu. You have interrupted businesses as you pursue selfish agenda. But your time is up, and I'm happy Kenyans are getting tired. Today in Nairobi, work is going on. People have opened shops, business is going on, and that is the way to go. These demonstrations will fizzle away. Now it's Kibra and Kisumu. By next week, it will be Kisumu. By the other week, it will be in his home. So we want Kenyans to to join the people of Coast. And I'm so excited that we are here anchoring 500 young men and women to go and do something useful for themselves and the country. When our elder brother is encouraging young people to throw stones at other people and to loot property and to cause chaos and mayhem. It's unfortunate, and we tell Raila Odinga, you have been very unfair to this country. You have been very unfair to this country. It's about time you made a decision. And come, sit down with President William Ruto and discuss one agenda only. Your exit from the Kenyan political space and permanent retirement. Kwa hayo mengi nimeshukuru sana. Nataka nikimbie Nairobi nikachunga hiyo mzee asiharibu mali ya watu. Jua wiki hii mimi ndio nimekuwa, rais alikuwa nje. Lakini amerudi, sijamaliza ile kazi nilikuwa namsaidia. Hatutapatia yeye nafasi. Kuharibu mali ya watu hakuna hawezekani. Umeharibu mali ya watu siku mingi. Mali ya watu umeharibu siku mingi. Una heshima na mali ya wanyonge kwa sababu mali yako ni mingi. Na kwa hivyo sisi tunasema wakati huu wewe umepata kiboko yako. Hatutakubalia wewe. So watu ya Pwani tunashukuru sana. Sana sana, na Deputy Governor wetu wa Kilifi usalimie bwana Mungaro. Mungaro ni mtu wetu tangu zamani. Sijui hata alienda kufanya nini kwa hii mzee akitendawili. Na tunafurahi ambaye amekubali, tumeungana pamoja, tunashikiliana. And we want to work together. So wana waziri wetu, wewe ni mtu hapa Pwani, that is why President alikupatia hii wizara, kwa sababu unaelewa mambo ya hapa. So nyinyi muendelee vizuri sana na nimefurahia. Vijana mtaondoka siku gani na wasichana?